presentation to be able to provide some Q&A. So again, my name is Lorenzo Gamboa. I am the Senior Associate Director of Santa Clara University, partnering with our great colleagues at NACAC, the National Association for College Admissions Counseling, and Capex with Jonathan April here. Jonathan will be presenting to you guys today on STEM scholarships, finding, applying, and winning money for college. So I will go ahead and shut off my camera, monitor the chat function. So if any questions come through, go ahead and put them on in. I will get that ready for Jonathan. And as soon as he's done, we'll go to your questions. So Jonathan, take it away.
Thanks, Lorenzo. And yeah, a big thank you to Lorenzo and Santa Clara for inviting me to be here, and NACAC for inviting me to be here too. A big plug for Lorenzo and his team. I could not imagine a better college to study STEM than Santa Clara. Being in the heart of Silicon Valley, that would be super cool. So thank you, Lorenzo. Thank you all for being here, taking part of your Sunday. This means a lot. The fact that you are here means that you are serious about going to college, paying for school. This presentation is going to be all about helping you get free money to help fund your education. I'd love to get to know you a little bit better, see that you are all across the country. I saw New York, I saw California, I saw in between. We're based in Chicago. Yeah, thanks for being here. I'd love to maybe get a couple of words from you and put in the chat. What are you hoping to get from this presentation? I'm going to be talking about scholarships, paying for college. What are some of the key things that you would love to get out of this that would make this a successful presentation for you? I'd love to hear from you. Help me frame the conversation. I see free money, so that's definitely what we're going to be talking about. So many times I hear from students that are in college a few years, you in the future, that they wish they had applied for scholarships while they were in school. So you are all ahead of the game, and I'm really excited to be sharing with you a lot of insights about finding scholarships that would be relevant to you, helping you apply for those, helping you to win money so that when you're in college, you're feeling good about your financial aid. A bit about me. I'm Jonathan, that's me. I'm the general manager of College Greenlight, a platform specifically focused on first generation, lower income, underrepresented students, helping those students go to college. We're part of a bigger platform called Capex, which is a big college and scholarship site used by millions of students across the country. I've spent the last 10 years helping students to find colleges that would be good fits and matches for them, helping them find scholarships to pay for school. So I'm really excited to be talking with you all about the work that we do and really helping you get smarter about finding scholarships to pay for school, helping you win money. I have to give a plug for our parent Capex.com. Capex is a college and scholarship search platform used by millions of students across the country. If you have questions about what chances do you have to get into your favorite college, how well does the college fit with what you're looking for, what will college cost you, and certainly how to find scholarships to pay for school, please create an account at Capex.com. Everything that we do is completely free. In this presentation, we're going to talk a lot about scholarships, finding scholarships that would be a good fit for you. We're going to be obviously focused on STEM scholarships, but we'll talk about scholarships in general. And then we'll also talk about crafting winning scholarships. Really, the goal is not only to find scholarships and to apply for them, but we really want to help you win money too. The whole name of the game is to win money and not just apply. Again, as I've mentioned, we'll often hear from college students that they wish they had applied for college. You might have heard about scholarship programs that have not been awarded. We really want you to be more knowledgeable about the scholarship world because scholarships are important money to help you pay for school. So some basics, you probably know some of this already. A scholarship is a financial award, $, that is granted to you to pay for school. Every scholarship has its own goals and objectives. The foundation or others that are awarding the scholarship want to give that scholarship to a specific set of students that specifically meet their award criteria. And so we'll talk about each scholarship is different. There's a lot of different scholarships out there. the key thing for you to note is that scholarships are not, the money that you are given is not required to be paid back. It's free money for college. There are a bunch of different sources for financial aid and scholarships. Certainly the federal government, your state government will have grants. The colleges that you apply to, the colleges that you attend will hopefully give you money to pay for school. And then certainly the third category are outside organizations that want to give out scholarships as well. As you think about scholarships, again, students are not applying to scholarships as much as they should be. I want you all to understand that it is worthwhile and important for you to think about scholarships, primarily because the financial aid that you receive from your institution or from the government likely may not cover 100% of your college costs. Earning scholarships is certainly easier than repaying student loans. Every dollar that you earn from scholarships is a dollar that you will not have to repay. So student loans may be important. We certainly believe that college is an investment, that that loans may help you to pay for school, but we want to be prudent and help you minimize those loans as much as we can. So as I mentioned, financial aid does not often cover 100% of your college costs. It may not. So we want you to understand, how do you find outside money to help you close those gaps? This is not a presentation on financial aid, but I do quickly want to go through sort of the calculation that's in your mind about paying for school. So a college has a cost of attendance. That is the all-in cost of attending that school. Then it will include tuition and fees, room and board, books and supplies, transportation, getting back and forth to campus, and other expenses. That is the all-in cost of going to school. You can subtract that, what's called gift aid, money that does not have to be repaid to that school. That includes all the grants that you'll get from the government. That includes any scholarships that you'll get from the college. Subtracting that gift aid from your total cost of attendance will equal your net price. I want you to know that term really well, net price. Everybody is kind of stuck on list price, that cost of attendance. We want you to think deeply about net price, but it's going to cost you out of pocket to go to school. There are a few ways for you to cover that net price. Clearly, your family or your savings can be used to pay for school. Working, either work study or other jobs, will help you to pay for school. There are outside loans that can help you close those gaps. Also, there are outside scholarships. Any money that you receive from an outside scholarship will mean less money that you need to use from your savings, less hours that you need to work, either at work study or at a job, or certainly loans from banks, from loan companies that will have to be repaid back. So again, anything you get in scholarships will be awesome in helping you to reduce additional sources of funding. I mentioned the term net price. I really want you to know that term. When you think about college, often people will think about that big, crazy tuition, the total cost of attendance. It could be $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. That's that list price. When you are thinking about college, I really want you to think about net price. Every college, by federal law, has a net price calculator on their website to help you determine what it will cost you out of pocket. What kind of grants, what kind of scholarships will a college give you based on either your financial need or your merit? How badly do they want you to attend their school based on how you fit what they're looking for in a student? Some colleges with the highest list price may have the lowest net price. They may be a generous school that has significant scholarship dollars. There are schools out there called 100% meet needs schools. They will fully fund you. Often a private institution that is generous can be cheaper than a public institution that is not as generous. Again, think about net price. As you think about net price, the Capex.com site has a couple of handy tools that will allow you to think about net price. One is our search by net price. If you create a Capex account, you'll be able to search colleges not only by where they're located, but majors that they have. And you can also search by net price. There is also a little widget, as you see on the right, that provides average net price by income bracket. Every college is required to provide to the federal government their average net price by income by students. That's a great way to find out how generous colleges might be for you and how much funding you might need to provide based on those other areas, family savings, etc. Okay, that was kind of financial aid. Now we're going to talk more about scholarships. I'm talking pretty quickly because I have a bunch to cover, and I want to make certain that that I'm educating you as much as possible. We're going to talk about being strategic. We're going to talk about how to find colleges and find and apply for scholarships that you can win. So the keys for scholarships, 3 of them. Number 1, finding scholarships that fit who you are, where it makes sense for you to apply. Number 2, clearly crafting winning applications. You can't just find, but you got to apply in a meaningful way. Number 3, you got to be organized. Have a spreadsheet, a Google Doc, have something that will help you keep track of the scholarships that you want to apply to, as well as deadlines. Be a deadline hawk. Okay, with all of those 3, again, we're going to help you find scholarships, apply for them, and win money. Okay, number 1 was finding scholarships that are a good fit for you. So know where to look. Certainly, I've given a plug for Capex. There are other scholarship sites out there. Those sites will allow you to create a profile, find scholarships that will match who you are. In addition to a website, though, rely on a few different things to help you find scholarships. Talk with your parents. Their employer might have a scholarship that they're giving away to college students. Their parents' friends might be connected to a foundation or a company that is giving away scholarships. Talk to your high school counselor. This is incredibly important. Get to know your school counselor if you don't know them already. They will often have access to a list of local scholarships. They'll know about scholarships that students that have gone to your high school have won. Definitely reach out to your college counselor as quickly as you can. Your friends, rely on your friends. As we talk more, build a group of your peers to help you find additional scholarships that might not fit them, but they might fit you. So also in your community, I have a bunch of logos from Chicago sports teams. A few of those have scholarships, but think about your community. It could be a local organization. It could be the Boys and Girls Club. It could be the YMCA. It could be your church. It could be your synagogue. It could be your mosque. Anything that any local organization that gives away outside funding, ask. Even if they don't do today, maybe they'll give away scholarships in the future. There are scholarships for everything, for everyone. Be proactive. Make sure you don't give up on your search. You must be consistently looking for scholarships. We found scholarships throughout the year. Be perseverant. Once you create an account on Capex or other scholarship search sites, go back all the time because new scholarships come online every week. There are scholarships for everything who you are. Scholarship providers are thinking in a pretty unique way about the students that they want to give scholarships to. There are scholarships for those that are social justice minded. There are certainly scholarships for those who support their community. There are scholarships for those of you who are part of student government, even those that like ice cream. There's a zombie apocalypse scholarship out there. There is a duck call scholarship. There's a cool scholarship for making a prom outfit out of duct tape, speaking Klingon, liking animals. Even those of you who are like my sons who just spend a lot of time playing video games, there are certainly video game scholarships. So we really want you to think deeply about who you are, what makes you stand out, because those are the things, or obviously those that are into STEM too, The things that make you unique are the things that make you stand out on scholarship applications. So we want you to be pretty introspective. Write a list of those things that I guess are different about you, your standout factors. There are scholarships, again, based on academics. There are scholarships certainly that are need-based. Those of you who play a sport, companies give out scholarships. I mentioned that colleges are often the best source for scholarships. There are scholarships that may be a combination of these factors. A big part of our scholarship philosophy is thinking locally. Often scholarships in your community, we're based in Chicago. I apologize for the Illinois flag, the Chicago flag. There are scholarships in your community. There are scholarships in your county. There are scholarships in your state. Those are often the least competitive. And as you think about scholarships and which ones to apply for, you need to think about return on your time. And often those scholarships that have the least amount of competition are the ones where you need to focus. So definitely we love to think about local scholarships. Additional things that we want you to think about in terms of scholarships, a few here. You may hear the term renewable. A renewable scholarship means that it is available for you every year of college. So a scholarship that might look like a relatively low $1,000 scholarship, but if it's renewable for each year of college, it becomes a $4,000 scholarship. I mentioned competition. How competitive is the applicant pool? How much time does it take to apply? All of these factors are included in a scholarship profile on Capex. There is often a link between how long it takes you to apply for and how competitive is the pool. Certainly, students like to check the box scholarships, but there may be thousands of students that are applying for those awards. Just by the fact that you are here, it means that you are ambitious. It means that you care about school. It means that you want to take time to find and win scholarships. So definitely don't be afraid of those scholarships that take some time. Our overall philosophy of scholarships is kind of threefold in terms of those that we think we want you to apply for. Apply for scholarships that you can win. Number one, those local awards. It may be your college counselor, your high school counselor that knows about them. Scholarships that uniquely match you. We once had an intern that was a skateboarder, and she also was a photographer. There actually was a scholarship for skateboarding photographers. So think about those scholarships that truly match who you are, and then selected national scholarships. You may have heard of some of the scholarships that are on this list. These are often the most generous awards, big name scholarships. For those of you, and I can feel that there are a bunch of rock star students out there, these scholarships are often for super high achieving students. They may be pretty competitive, but as you see with a few of them, they actually give out a lot of scholarships. So the Gates Scholarship, they give away 300 winners. The Jack and Cook has 100 winners. Alex has 500 winners. So it is probably worth your time for your high achievers out there. One thing I do want to note on this slide is the deadlines. These are for next year. A bunch of these scholarships are available for seniors. I included the deadline for next year. One thing for you to note is the deadline is not only in the winter and the spring. There are lots of great scholarships out there that have deadlines in the fall. Often we'll hear from students, I'm going to apply for college in the fall. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to apply for scholarships. You'll quickly see if you look at this slide that if you do, you're going to miss out on a lot of scholarships. So definitely you do kind of need to mix the applications for college in the fall with some big scholarships too. The fact that you are here means that you can get started now. And so this gives you time to plan out and gives you time to work simultaneously on your college applications as well as your scholarship applications. You are here because of your interest in STEM. And so I definitely want to spend some time talking about STEM and STEM scholarships. There are tons of STEM scholarships out there. It's hard to say. There are scholarships for each area of STEM. Certainly, those of you that are studying science, or those of you who want to go into technology or computer science, engineering, math, there are awards for each category. Scholarships are given away by associations in each of those fields. They're given away by companies. Could be an engineering company giving away a scholarship. It could be a computer science company giving away a computer science scholarship, and certainly colleges. Some of these scholarships are project-based. You may need to build a robot. You may need to work on a project over time. Some of these are competitions, and some of these are more traditional applications. I have a short list of some of our favorite scholarships, the Amazon scholarships. UNCF has a STEM scholarship, Lockheed Martin, Google, Palantir. These are just a few awards. There are hundreds of STEM scholarships out there. Again, they're going to have a mix of deadlines. Some are going to be in the fall. Some will be in the spring. Definitely begin thinking about STEM scholarships and ones that you might apply for. Practically every association in STEM has its own scholarship opportunity. I've only listed 5 here, but practically every association in science, technology, engineering, and math is going to have its own award. Definitely feel free to Google X association and scholarships. You will find their awards on their websites, as well as obviously on a college scholarship site like Capex. There are colleges that have their own scholarship programs, even schools that you might think of as more liberal arts focused, like Gettysburg and Kenyon have STEM scholars programs, great awards, meeting full need, great programs out there. This is the time of year where I want you to think about summer programs in STEM. This is a phenomenal time of year where you can find colleges that have pre-college summer programs. There are organizations like AI for All or Girls Who Code who have their own summer programs. These programs are phenomenal in that they will give you great education in your specific field. Certainly, they will look good on a college application. They could lead to more funding from a college in terms of scholarship funding that they will give. This is a great time of year to think of these. In this virtual world, it looks like most of these programs are going to be virtual. A lot of these applications are open now, but they're going to close very quickly. So I encourage you all to find a pre-college summer program that is within your intended major. If you know that already, great opportunities for you all. Okay, the scholarship application. I'm going to walk you through that a bit to give you some understanding of what that is. A scholarship application in many respects is like a mini college application. For those of you who want to get started on applying for scholarships, there are a few junior scholarships out there. It's going to be a great practice for you to get ready in building an application as you think about applying for the fall. So a scholarship application is going to have some basic information, who you are, where you live, what you want to study, your grades. Many scholarships are going to have essays. This is going to be great practice for you to build a college, to start writing your college essays. Make sure when you apply for that scholarship that you read that prompt carefully. That scholarship wants you to be applying for. Host muted me. I am muted. Hopefully you can hear me.
We can hear you, Jonathan.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry about that, Jonathan.
It's okay. So essay, make sure you are answering the question exactly the way that scholarship wants you to answer. This is a good time. Letters of recommendation are going to be huge as you apply for school. Start lining up your teachers, your counselors, anybody in the community that you know that could vouch for you. Get them ready to start writing your letters of recommendation. They may also ask for a FAFSA. You'll learn more about that or other documents around household income. Winning scholarships is definitely a numbers game. The more scholarships that you apply for, the more opportunities you have to win, but you need to be organized and you need to have a strategy. Apply, I mentioned, don't apply just to check a box that you're applying. Apply with the intention of winning. Okay? Understand what the scholarship committee is looking for. There will be people that are part of a scholarship committee that work for that foundation, that are donors to that foundation. Not donors, just people who work for that foundation or anyone else they bring on as a reader. Every scholarship foundation has a goal about who they want to give that scholarship to. You want to think about, read the instructions carefully. Often a scholarship will have on their website previous winners. Read their stories. What set them apart? What made them attractive to that foundation? Think about that as you apply. Organize. I put here this reuse, reduce, review, recycle. Definitely, in many cases, your essays can be reused, especially if they are your personal story. Some clearly you will not be able to reuse if it has to be very specific for that application. Triple check your application. Have a friend read it, have your parent read it. If you are, obviously got to give another plug for Capexcom, create a Capexcom account, it's free. Monitor deadlines like a hawk. Find out if that scholarship is renewable, find out the effort to apply, competition, all of that is pretty unique to Capex. A bit about some more best practices. You obviously got to be organized, you got to proofread your application, make it a group project, work with your friends, get them to know more about you, the scholarships that will be relevant to you, find out how you can help your friends out. More eyes means more scholarships. Okay, time for action. Kind of my last slide. I know I'm running out of time. What should you be doing now? Okay, finish up the semester strong. Get the best grades that you can. Know that some of you are going to be virtual, a few of you are going to be in person. Do the best you can in this really challenging time. As I mentioned, apply to a pre-college summer program. Those are going to be great educational opportunities. They're going to be great as you apply to school. Build your preliminary scholarship list for next year. Know the key deadlines. Know the requirements. Put those in a spreadsheet. Look out for next year. Talk with your high school counselor about next year's local scholarship. Know those deadlines and those requirements. Form a scholarship team with your friends. That was a lot very quickly. I appreciate all the time. Let me take any time that you have to answer any questions that you have. Maybe Lorenzo, you can help.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Wonderful presentation, Jonathan. Thank you. We did have some questions that came in, and I do want to stress we are running out of time, unfortunately, but we will try and get through them as fast as possible. However, please make sure that you, again, sign up for the upcoming fair that we are about to embark on. And these are a lot of great questions that you should be asking the college reps when you get ready to interact with them. So Kelly asks, will you be able to access this recording presentation after today? Kelly, yes, we will be actually loading this on the NACAC website. So we'll give you guys some more information about where to access this at a later time. Jonathan, Naomi asks, does one have to pay taxes on the grants or scholarships you win?
In general, scholarships are free money for college, and so those scholarships should not be taxable income.
Thank you. Correct.
Please take my information as well. If you want to ask many questions afterwards, my email is on the screen too.
Yeah, really, really great question. And Mary asks as well, do students always need to let their prospective college know about the scholarship amounts that they have been awarded? And in what cases do colleges use scholarship money against them in offering them student support?
So definitely you need to tell the colleges about scholarships that you win. Talk to the financial aid office. Yeah, you also want to understand how colleges might utilize outside funding in terms of how they provide their scholarships. Schools that may meet 100% of need may utilize your scholarships in terms of that funding, but definitely talk to the financial aid office. You can even ask the people, your contacts at the fair today, if they have a sense of how outside scholarships might be treated in terms of financial aid.
Yes, so great opportunity for you again to connect with the college reps that will be presenting this afternoon and asking them directly, do you know, again, will this help or hinder my opportunities of obtaining more support? Adriana asks, is it harmful towards a student to start applying for scholarships this late in?
It is, if the scholarship is still, if the application is open, go ahead and apply. If you're a senior out there and you're looking for additional funding, go, please go look for outside scholarships. This is the time of year where obviously many scholarships have closed, but it's March 7th. Many scholarship providers, because of COVID, have extended their deadlines. And so a scholarship that may have closed in February may still be open. And there are still plenty of scholarships out there that will be given awards, and the deadlines will close in March, April, and May. So please go out there and apply.
And Margaret is asking, if I'm planning on taking a gap year before going to college, do you recommend applying for scholarships now or waiting until next year when I intend to enroll?
I would recommend applying for scholarships now and next year too. I would take both opportunities. In general, most providers are kind of better suited towards giving scholarships to students that are graduating from high school. And so I would definitely take advantage. Plus, you're going to need letters of recommendation. You're going to need all kinds of things. And this is really the best time of year. This is the best time to, when you're connected to your counselor and connected to your teachers, to get them to write those recs for you.
Vesha asks, when do you think is the right time to apply for pre-college summer programs? I'm currently a sophomore in high school. Should I be applying for the summer now or next year?
There are all kinds of pre-college summer programs available for rising juniors, people that are who you are in sophomores in high school. So definitely take advantage of those opportunities. There'll be more available next year too. So if you can, this would be a great summer, especially because many of these opportunities are virtual. You could probably attend campus. You could go to a variety of colleges from your couch, from your bed.
And we're going to be taking two more questions. Lisa is asking, does less need disadvantage you?
Does less need disadvantage you? There are lots of scholarships out there for students with need. There are also scholarships that do not look at your need. And so definitely make sure that you are looking at the requirements. Yeah, there are plenty of scholarships out there for all kinds of different students.
And the last question we'll be taking this afternoon is Teresa asking, when is the biggest opportunity to apply for scholarships? Is it through the fall or when?
Yeah, I would say the best time is to start looking now, I guess the spring of your junior year. As I mentioned, there's some big money scholarships that are going to be making their awards in the fall. So definitely you need to start looking now. But any time is good. You never consider yourself too late. And even when you're in college, there'll be scholarship opportunities for you there too.
Yes. So with that, thank you all very, very much for joining us. We will be giving you guys, actually, as a special gift for signing up today, the slides that you just saw in this presentation. So don't keep an eye out for your email. We'll be sending it directly to your accounts. And with that, please feel free to make sure that you do go to visitcollegefairs.org to sign up for the upcoming fair. And we look forward to seeing you guys there and letting us know how we can continue supporting you throughout this next exciting adventure of finding the right STEM college for you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you all for being here, and definitely check out the Santa Clara booth. You got to connect with Lorenzo.